I've been watching things lately. Felt like I needed to say something in a tale of two disasters. The first, I'm sure many of you have heard, I live outside of Nashville, Tennessee, in one of the communities hit by the tornado shortly after midnight in the wee morning hours of March 3rd. The disaster really tore through this community. In fact, as you look and watch, the map, it shows 1/3 of the community was cut off from the bottom 2/3. It cut a path of devastation that killed, I think the last count was 26 people, and left untold thousands homeless, and thousands upon thousands more without power for days. The response that I have seen from this community, from Nashville and the surrounding areas, has been incredible. That day, I saw people in parking lots at churches and shopping centers with whatever food they could muster, grilling and cooking and feeding people in the damaged areas. People were out picking up debris immediately, checking on their neighbors, making sure that everybody was okay. They did the right thing. I saw what Dickens called the milk of human kindness. And it was astounding to see. I've not seen that good a community response to a disaster since Hurricane Hugo went through Charleston back in '89, and to a degree, the tornado that hit Washington, Illinois in 2013. Incredible. Giving, food and supplies pouring into the areas. Our church that we attend, the gymnasium was converted into a warehouse full of needed supplies, food, clothing, everything you would need after a disaster. And it was just one of many incredible responses. However, the disaster that we are in now as a nation, and really as the world, I've seen the opposite. I've seen the worst of human nature. Fear-mongering, hoarding, profiteering, hole up, selfishness, accusations, recriminations, all across the board. People saying, if you don't do what they say, you're going to be responsible if someone I love with a compromised immune system or is elderly gets sick. You can't do that. This is not what we can be. And if you're a Christian, those types of words shouldn't come out of your mouth. Not at all. One, have some faith. That's essential right there. Have some faith. No matter how bad things look, no matter how bad we're told they are in the media, no matter how the politicians and some of the people around us are reacting, God is bigger than any virus. This is a chance, church, Christians, for us to step up to the plate and be better, to be more, to be the ones willing to go out and find the hurting, to find those that are sick, to find the ones that are just afraid, and bring the comfort of Christ. To find the faith in God that we ourselves can be strong, that we ourselves can trust Him, and that we are willing to care for those who are really feeling the hurt. Now, I'm not saying don't use common sense. Absolutely. If you have family and friends that are compromised in their immune system, elderly, sick, please don't be stupid. Take care of them. Take precautions. Don't get around people that are sick. If you're sick, don't go to work. Stay home. Of course, that's the same advice I give someone during cold and flu season. Don't spread the disease. That's simple. If you have friends and you know that they're immune compromised, like I have a friend that's a cancer patient. He's dealing with all sorts of issues. with his immune system being suppressed. Well, I love the guy, but I'm not going to do more than encourage him electronically, because I don't want to take a chance on my friend getting sick. Use common sense. Do not hoard. Think. Think of others. The scripture is very clear. Look at Philippians. It says clearly, do not look only to your own interests, but also to the interests of others. Give. If you're hoarding and you call yourself a Christian, grab all that stuff, take it to your church, and distribute it to the people that need it. Check on those who are going to be most economically impacted by this. People in the service economy, people in retail, self-employed people, musicians, artists, on and on and on. The people that have to go to work to make sure that we can recover. People in manufacturing, truck drivers, necessary retail, as well as our medical teams and first responders, our military. They don't have a choice to stay home. Pray for those who have to choose between risking getting sick and paying their rent or mortgage. That's a lot of people. Pray for those. Check on the ones that are home now because their places of businesses have been forcibly closed, or as a precaution they have taken, have closed. Look for others. Scripture says, do good to all, but at first, especially unto the household of God. Take care of one another. If you know people need things, get it to them. Don't hoard. If you know people are going to hurt financially, help them. If you know that people are in danger of getting sick, put food on their door and leave. All right? And wear gloves. Don't be dumb. Take care of one another. Let's be reasonable, because if we're going to make it through the panic and the fear that is behind all of this, we must, as followers of Christ, be strong and of good cheer. The Lord is our shepherd. He is our provider. And if we're trusting Him for our provision, then as we give and give to those who don't, who can't, who don't have the faith to take care of those who cannot care for themselves, that is living Christ. And then, sometimes, you might even get asked, why are you different? And then, as Peter told us, always have a ready answer for the hope that lies within. And to paraphrase the rest, who give it gently, confidently, and proclaim the truth of Christ. But if you want to preach it, this is the time to live it. Take care of people, love one another, and be there